From the studios of Foxboro Cable Access, located in the center of Foxborough, Massachusetts, you are watching Around Foxborough.
Hello and welcome to Around Foxborough, the show where we talk about the people, places, and things that make Foxborough the gem of Norfolk County. My name is Mark Rivard, and I'm pleased to have as my guest today, Chris Rappold from Personal Best Karate. Hey, Chris, how's it going?
Hey, how are you?
Good, thanks. Thanks for joining us today.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Anytime. And I know we're not going to be really talking about karate today. I know we're going to be talking about the Turkey Brigade.
That is correct. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. So tell us all about it.
Yes. Well, first of all, it's the arm of Personal Best that we're going to be talking about tonight is Personal Best Charity, which is a nonprofit company in Massachusetts, charitable. And this is our 26th year doing this project, Mark. So it's really a labor of love. We started out with, the goal of feeding 50 families for Thanksgiving. And, over the years, that's really ratcheted it up. Our last time doing it, of course, we weren't able to do it last year, but we were, just under 3,500 families being serviced in this, in the local and surrounding communities. And we're excited to be bringing it back. Last year was tough for everyone. And understandably, especially the way that we do the Turkey Brigade, where it's so hands-on for the children and the families to participate in. It just wasn't a good opportunity last year. But this year, we're very excited, and we'll be bringing it back.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I know. I mean, if I hear one more time, because COVID, we missed out on so much last year that I'm sure, you've been itching to get back to doing this, and everybody appreciates it, especially the people who need this, and it's been a tough year and a half, almost 2 years now, believe it or not.
Yeah, it has. And, the community is very generous in supporting this. And of course, many of the local businesses come out to support it. But, it's been especially difficult. I can tell you as a business owner, it's, what COVID did to, our business was like nothing I've ever seen in my 30 years of running Personal Best Karate. And, so we're really looking at this opportunity as a way of maybe helping to publicize some of the local businesses. We have our big event coming up on the 30th of October over at Patriot Place. It's called the Personal Best Charity Turkey Trot. And, it's an official 5K this year. And we have a 5K, we have a 1 mile run, and then we have a 100-yard dash for the little children. And, it's been exciting to kind of go around to the local businesses and saying, hey, would you like to donate a gift certificate, or, do you have something, a product you'd like us to donate? This year, it's kind of especially special for us because not only is it helping us to raise money for the charity, but where it's giving me a platform to promote local business, just to remind all of the community members, hey, they're still here. They, through thick and thin, and it's been thin over the past, almost 2 years, they're still here. So let's get out and patronize these businesses. So this year, especially, it's kind of a dual, kind of a good deed that we're trying to do.
Yeah, I mean, all the businesses have been hurting, and it's great that you're getting the word out there and getting their names out there as well as your own. I mean, I can just imagine, how hard it was, and to bring it back in a big way, to get people involved. I mean, you have a lot of people that volunteer to help.
Yes.
I mean, and community service, is just incredible in this area. Mm-hmm. And especially in Foxborough, with the JCs and, the Knights and the Rotary. But just to get people out there helping, because, everybody's been hurting, and now we have a chance to get back to the new normal,
Yeah, for sure. I think there's a feeling of normalcy that bringing this back will return kind of that spirit to everyone. Some of the children within my karate school, and certainly my own children, I have 2 daughters, 17 and 21, they don't know Thanksgiving without the Turkey Brigade. It's always been just what we do. It is our celebration for Thanksgiving. So bringing it back restores a tradition for my family as well as many families. So I think that's I think that makes it very special. And, to your point about the community, anytime, there's criticism about where we live or, any of that goes on, I always reflect back to, when a tragedy hits our community, the outpouring of support is just tremendous. The one that comes to my mind is who was a personal best karate dad, Mike McGinty, and the McGinty Family Fun Day, and I been part of that effort, since it happened, and it just reminds the community about what we have to be grateful for and thankful. And I'm very proud that all of the communities, whenever a tragedy hits one of us, everybody steps up in such a nice way, and that always, for myself, and I think for everybody, it just kind of restores the faith in it.
Yeah, and for people to step up for events like this as well, too. Just, not just for tragedies or, any kind of thing like that, just for an annual event that can help people who are in need. And,
Yeah.
and that you're doing this is excellent. It's awesome. And I'm glad it's back this year because, people missed out on that. People missed out on so much in the last year and a half that anything we can bring back, they're so appreciative.
I think so. And, when we look, Mark, you and I missed out on a lot in the past 2 years, but if you think about a child, you're talking about, in some cases, 20% of their life.
Yeah.
They lost as a result of it, or, it's been pretty, dramatic, from the standpoint of just stunting the normal growth and the normal learning and the normal interactions that, children would have gone through. And I think we see that. I facilitate an anti-bullying program in some of the local schools, and the teachers are awesome, and they're doing absolutely everything they can. But I'll tell you, as somebody that's been doing that for, almost 15 years, the difference in attention span, and it's not a knock on the teachers at all, quite the contrary, but the difference in attention span in an assembly now versus an assembly pre-COVID, it's night and day, just because the children haven't, they've been at home for a year and a half, so it's pretty remarkable. So yeah, the idea of bringing this normalcy, back to the community and getting so many people involved. Patriot Place, super generous, allowing us to use their facility and supporting us in so many ways. They've been doing that. The Patriot cheerleaders come out for it. Pat Patriot comes out. Like I said, all of the businesses get involved in it. This year, especially, it's going to be kind of fun because it's the day before, it's Halloween weekend, Yep. So I think some of the families and the runners and such, I think we might see some costumes, some superheroes running the 5K. We'll see about that. But yeah, it's just a good feeling. Foxborough Regional Charter School on the 20th and the 21st of November, when we do the packaging and then we do the delivering. They're a big partner with us, offering their facilities for us to be able to assemble all of the baskets. It's just a good community feel. And haven't done it so long. There's so many martial arts schools and so many other organizations that have just kind of spun off the idea, and it's wonderful.
Yeah, and people get to see each other.
Yeah,
and without masks, even sometimes, that's kind of nice. Yeah. They recognize their neighbors. I went through a whole period where, like, do I know that? Oh, okay, gotcha. Right. And the kids get out, and all the families get out and do this and help and take part. It's just a great feeling. It really is to get back to that.
Yes, sir. We've had a couple new instructors join our organization over the past year and a half, and just kind of a funny point. Some of them have never seen the child or the parent, from here. And honestly, there were a couple cases where, the mom came in without a mask, and they're like, "Oh, I know who you are," because they used to only this. And
yeah.
Like literally, they've been working with the children and the families for over a year, and they've never seen their whole face. So it's it's again, it's super good to be back after this challenge our world has faced.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So if somebody wants to get involved with everything, I mean, the turkey trot,
Yes.
the turkey brigade, tell
Right.
us where they can find out more information.
Yes, sir. So this year our event is an official 5K. So if they wanted to participate in that, they could go to racewire.com, and they can look up Personal Best Charity. And again, the event is on October 30th. It'll be at 8 a.m. Takes place behind Bass Pro Shop, and we'd love to have people come out. We're going to have a giant table for raffle prizes and auctions, and some fun things for the children to do, and we'll have our 3 races. So we have that, and then for the families that would like to get involved in the Turkey Brigade, actually taking their children and experiencing going through and packaging all of the food. That's going to be on Saturday, November 20th. And that starts at noontime at Foxborough Regional Charter School. And then on Sunday, if you'd like to participate in delivering those baskets, that starts at 10 a.m. And the more the merrier. It's a beautiful experience, Mark, to be able to impart that type of hands-on feeling onto a child. So many times what we do is we donate money, but the child, they don't necessarily see where it goes, outside of, the lecture. But, I've always said when a child gets the experience of doing the work, raising the funds, packaging the food, and then actually bringing it to the door with their parents, it's very, very powerful. It's worth 1,000 lectures. And especially, coming into this year, there's so much that we really all have to be grateful for. We have a ton of, first world challenges. Thank goodness, no third world problems.
Right.
And to be able to share that, with your children, and just to kind of usher in the holidays. It's a beautiful thing to do. So we'd love to have people involved. If anybody wants to support us, again, racewire.com. They can also go to personalbestcharity.org. If somebody doesn't have those dates available, but would like to make a monetary contribution to the cause, 100% of the money goes to its intended cause. We have no employees of the charity. Everybody is a volunteer. And so, in short, if you donate $1, it's going to buy food.
That's so great. And, once those kids get a chance to actually participate, like you said, physically packaging, bringing it to the family, that just starts them on the road of a lifetime of community service, which we don't have enough of these days. Everybody has all these electronic distractions. And we need to get back to basics and show our youth, it's a community thing. You service your community, and it just helps everybody to thrive.
Yeah, I think it's a valuable lesson that technology is wonderful. Well, look, you and I wouldn't be having this conversation if it wasn't for technology. But there are certain substantive things that no matter how fast technology speeds up our life, there's always these principal things, these substantive things that never go out of style. And to be able to give your child that experience and use that as part of what builds their foundation, I just think it's a tremendous seed to be able to plant at a young age. And quite honestly, that's why I do this, is because I had the good fortune of being raised and being in schools where this is just what we did. So it wasn't any kind of PR strategy or anything. I mean, I was years into this stuff before I even heard the word PR. Somebody commented, "Oh, that's good PR." What's PR? we just did it because that's what we did, and so it's a beautiful feeling. And like I said, we all have our, challenges, but this gives us an opportunity to, remember, hey, you know what? Nobody's above, and, needing a handout, and we all need to be thankful for what we got.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, Chris, I want to thank you for joining us today. I hope for a huge turnout
No, thank you.
for both the Trot and the Brigade.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I appreciate that. And Mark, thank you for taking the time, because we, it's important for us to get the message out and expand this to, families that can really tie in. So without, you giving your time to, doing this interview, the word wouldn't spread. So I appreciate your time as well.
Thanks. Chris Rapole, Personal Best Karate, Personal Best Charities. Once again, thanks for being on the show. And that'll do it for Around Foxborough. Have yourself a great day.